Hi YouTube! I have been asked a bunch of times how to deal with different monsters. So I have installed a mod that by clicking a button I am able to go here and spawn enemy. The different enemies that exist, I believe you can see here, are the inside girl, the lasso, which I'm not quite sure what that would be actually, maybe we should check that out too. The bunker spider, Centipede, which is the Snare Flea. We have the Blob, which is obviously the slime probably. Flowerman, which is Bracken. It's actually called Flowerman in the code. Spring is Coilhead. Crawler would probably... They have different names here. What the hell? I never realized that. So Crawler is probably the Thumper. Hoarding Bug is the aka Loot Bug. And that does nothing right now other than make you scared. Gotcha. And... is it a spitting worm? I mean, maybe. We have the Jester. The Puffer, I think, is a spitting worm. Then we have the Jester and the Nutcracker. We also have outside forest giants. We have the dogs, the Eyeless Dogs. We have the worm. You imagine that is. We have the baboon. Where is masked list as an outside monster? Interesting. And then we have the baboon birds. Now, some of these you can't really handle much as like I can just show you kind of how you walk around them. So like baboon bird will generally leave you alone. The worm is one I can't really teach that well because it's too random how it will do things. We're also going to activate God mode, so if I manage to show you how to dodge a worm, then you see it. Otherwise, if I don't, then I don't have to start over to show more monsters. So we're going to start with the inside and then go outside. So let's begin. But first, let's toggle God mode. Here we go, God. There we go. So, set to false. Wait. Okay, true. So it actually activated it by itself. So with that, we can now land on... Let's actually use offense, or use a good moon weather. Let's not use offense. Let's use experimentation for the indoors at first. This game is very good. Eager, I agree. So let's go. So Puffer is the Spore lizard, good to know. So we should also use this, obviously, for our visuals, and then we'll also buy a shovel. Love that the text with the Game Master mod actually breaks. There's something weird there. You can set weathers? Oh, I mean that's good, but oh my god, that's rock. Stupid rock. Outside of this video, for those watching through YouTube, we actually learned to climb rocks a little bit. And some rocks, like I would just imagine this one is a bit more difficult, are climbable. So you can actually scale them by just running up to them and jumping. This one seems a little bit more impossible on that note. So I don't know yet if rocks are completely randomly generated or how that works. So we can bring in the shovel, because some of these enemies you can actually take down with the shovel and others you cannot. Some of these will also be more obvious and some will be less obvious, but I'm gonna try and teach everything we have learned over actively playing this game for over a month. So there may potentially long-term be some inaccuracies due to patches or discoveries, but let's see if we can find a good environment here. Good to know that all enemies scale these type of places. I feel like we can begin here, to be honest. This is a mod, by the way. You can get tapes and listen to them. Now, let's spawn in our first monster. And, wait. Where's my shovel? There's my shovel. So, our first monster, we can make... we can wait with the girl. We go spawn a bunker. Is that how we type it? Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. So bunker spider is now been spawned. Now the bunker spider is pretty straightforward. I would have imagined it would have spawned it nearby. Maybe not. Maybe they spawned it more commonly here. I was hoping for a little bit more presence. The outside monsters spawn really fast because we tried this for that. This mod for that. Thankfully we have endless stamina with this mod. Gosh darn it. You know, I'm just gonna spawn more spiders then. Spawn bunker. See if that increases our chance of bumping into them. Oh, there we go. So, when you meet a spider, generally when you get close to it, it will not really do anything. It will freeze in place. By stepping on its cobweb, you will have a reaction. It will become aggressive. If you're far enough away, it won't do anything. You can also remove cobwebs using the shovel. Oh. Hey, you. Ow, no, ow! I'm so glad I've got him on. I was gonna say tell him to put down cobwebs, but if we pretend that that didn't happen, the way to deal with the spider is you would back off and hit them and do this. So you just back off in a like standard pacing, and then you smack him with a shovel in the head. That's how you deal with them. And just to show it in a more controlled circumstance. Oh, here we go. As you can see, you can remove the cobwebs like this. Oh my god, the spiders. So, as you can see, it's not too difficult to deal with them as long as you make sure you have an open path backwards and just walk casually backwards. So, spiders are actually quite straightforward to deal with when you learn how to deal with them. So as you can see, it's not that bad. Yeah, about 4 to 5 hits. The shovel seems to deal a little bit of a random damage within a certain scale, but pretty straightforward with spiders. So we summoned a bunch because we couldn't see the first one. Let's go on to the next monster. The Centipede is possibly, let's actually see which one it is. So let's spawn a few. Here we go. Okay, so now we should at least have a few. See if we can find any. I'm imagining that might be the Snare Flea. There we go, there's the Snare Flea. Hey, spider. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna kill you. It already silenced you. Where did the snare... So the Snare Fleas, you can observe by seeing them in the ceiling like that. Now, if you don't get too close, they will just stay up there. Getting one on your head, you might want to stay calm. Because I don't know if, in a mortality mode, if it will actually grab onto me. I think it won't. But I might try and see if we can show that at the end of the video to go through the monsters. So basically, when you have this, you can try and get close to it and then smack it like this. The problem is, the hitbox is really difficult. So I hit it there. But the hitbox is kind of difficult to get down. Now, if it's on the floor, one way to try and dodge it is this. If it reacts, there we go. Like, you keep walking, and then you jump over it, and it just keeps walking many times. I don't know why it does that, but many times when you manage to jump over it, it just skedaddles and runs away. It's like it loses sight of you. Sometimes it has followed me, and sometimes it just does that. Let's see if we can find the Snare Flea again. I'm trying to see if we can find a closer one. And see if it can drop on my head. Because if you get it on your head, if you stay calm, you may be able to get it off your head. Oh my god, what have I done with all the spiders? Stop! 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 And yeah, solo they drop off by themselves. Solo they drop off by themselves. Hello? And in multiplayer, they will kill you. So if you don't get them off fast enough in multiplayer, you're dead. But in solo, you get them to critical health, which you can see in my upper left there is 100 when you start off. Now, when you get low enough health, it will reset your health to 20, which means that if you get one on your head, you can still get it off. Let's see if they can grab me. There we go. So, if you manage to stay calm, you can grab your shovel and do this too. So it may be that you don't have a shovel nearby. In that case, just wait until it drops off in solo. Otherwise, you might be able to actually do more with another thing like a stop sign or a yield sign. There we go. I lost track. So yield sign, stop sign can work like a shovel, and if you have a friend, they can hit you in the head. So for anyone wondering what the mod is, by the way, to help you like try and science these things if you want to do it yourself. The mod is called the Game Master, and now that we've gone through the bunker spider and the Snare Flea, The blob is kind of straightforward. I guess we can see if we can get a blob. They seem to generally spawn in the tunnel network. Now, once again, stay calm. Now I don't lose health, so I don't think it lets go. But as you can see, that's how you want to handle them. It's actually kind of nice I spawned in a few because it lets me handle them in a kind of like natural environment. The blob is pretty straightforward. I don't really need to show it that much. It's going to move slowly towards you. If you close doors, they can't get through them. So you could try and talk with your friend in the ship if you have one to open and close doors and mark the enemies behind them. And there is the blob. Now, the blob can be dodged by simply sitting on a railing. But like sitting like this, you can actually dodge it. However, if you sit like this, obviously, oh no, you will die because you can't get off if it's too big. They can also come in different sizes, and then this one is kind of medium in size. Now, usually otherwise, oh my god, it just grew. Did you see that? That was, thank you. We're making a video. You're doing real well. Thank you. Thank you. Thumbs up. So, in any case, let's just do this. That would usually have given me damage. Usually you just want to kite it. You might jump over it. That's probably pretty straightforward. But, as you will come to observe here, if it's coming towards me, I can just close the door, and it won't be able to get through. If I just do this, then you will see that it will get up here and we will see the slime. Or not. Well, usually, there you go, there we go. So as you can see here, even if I wasn't in God mode, this won't deal damage to me. It will push me if I'm standing here without God mode. And we could technically disable it. Make sure I'm not getting... Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, wait, let's go with this. There we go. So we should be able to touch it. Yeah, there we go. So when you have a door or a wall in between, you can actually stand on this. If I open the door, I will take damage. It seems to calculate the damage based on being in the same room. So if you see it through the wall, you're not as much at risk for the slime. So generally, just try to jump over it and stuff like that to dodge the potential damage. Let's activate God mode again. Do we have enough time to actually, on this moon, do more? 7:50 p.m. We do have time for a bit, at least one more. Bracken, I guess, is a good one to show. But I think we'll begin with Crawler. Because I'm... Wait, no. Leave the game? No? There we go. So the mod is a little bit wonky with how it pauses stuff. Here it is. Now, the Thumper slows down when you first see it. Hello? Is it because of God mode? No, there you go. Wait, what? Hey, don't be broken, bro. Okay. So that's how you actually fight them. When you hit them in the head, they will slow down. And you use the game in the in-game chat. Oh, I can? Wait. Let's see here. Spawn a crawler. Oh, wait. That's really good. Thank you for helping me. Spawn crawler. There we go. Let's see if we can get another one. Usually, they will slow down when they first see you. Oh, God. You see that? What was it? Now, I will point out that one basically dealt damage to me. But even then, I would have survived this because he got in a bite. Now, what you saw over there, too, is that when you hit the monster in the head, it slows down. That one slowed down, too. This one was slow first, and that's how they usually react. They will see you, slowly run towards you, and then you get to smack them in the head, for example. We're gonna go out and land on the moon again because the time is almost over. Let's see if we get a freebie with the monsters. Actually, it's kind of dark. Let's just run. And also, my mom is in the chat. Hello, Mom. My mom is called Shemia, in case you guys want to say hi. There's a worm. Now, the worm... just ate a dog! No freaking way! Yo! I've never seen that before. Okay, that's freaking cool. So, if you're lucky, a dog is trying to eat you and the worm, something like that. So as you saw, the worm is dodgeable. We're gonna give a better test of that later on. But the worm can be dodged, but you are going to have the randomness of it coming from the left, from the right, slightly behind you, or slightly in front of you. So there has been stories about it also being able to eat a forest guardian. Sorry for breathing is saying in the chat. Thank you for bringing that up. I've never seen it myself, but it would be kind of cool to, during this video, try and showcase that by summoning a worm and a giant. I think that would be really cool to try. And thank you for saying hi to my mom, everybody. And oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mom. Let's see here. So the ones we have left would be the Flowerman, aka Bracken, the girl, and the Springhead, the Hoarding Bug, the Jester, the Puffer, and the Nutcracker. So let's go down again and do this. I might edit this part out of the video, but most likely it will be left in, just because I feel like there's no rush. Also, since we're in God mode, we can just jump. That sounds so much better. You mean Momlar instead of Shemia? Momlar and Dadlar, as we call them in our household. So while I could have used a mod to slow down time for this video, I feel like it's kind of nice to see like how much time it can take just to beat things down too. So you get a little bit of a feel for that, like how much time should you waste on it. Now, let's see here. We want to spawn the... Let's take like Bracken later because he's gonna be a bit like more straightforward to show. So, but Hoarding Bug might be a bit harder to dodge for some. So let's see here. Spawn Hoarding, I think it was. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have at least one spawn. Let's see if we can find him. The thing with... Oh, I don't have power in my flashlight. The thing with the Hoarding Bug... Oh, don't we actually have a way to energize it, actually? I think we can re-energize it. I don't remember how to do it, though. So let's see if we can find a Hoarding Bug. The thing with the Hoarding Bug is that usually they will attack you if you hold an item, like this. And you can calm them by letting go of it. Let's see if we can make that happen. Hello? And, oh, there we go. So, as you can see, it's gonna attack me now. When they're really close to you, they usually start attacking. And by letting go, they usually become less aggressive. This one did it. Now, as you can see, what I did is what I would have done without God mode. But this one, I want to try and disable God mode because they are a bit tricky, and I want to give a better, legit experience of this. So let's turn off God mode and try to find him again. Hello? There he is. So the way you usually, if you need to fight them, approach them is, if you're lucky enough to sit like this, you can hit them in the head once. And then you're gonna wanna circle around like that. As you saw, that was kind of straightforward. That's the general approach. Thank you for the gift. Screw. Oh my god! Dude, wait, what? I am not in God mode? What just happened? Huh? Look at this. I was not immortal. Huh? Hi, Bracken. What the hell? Well, the science of the Bracken is gonna be very confusing for this video. That's interesting. So let's actually stand over here and go to the next monster. I don't know what happened there. The Bracken is a little bit wonky. But let's go over to the Puffer, because that one is pretty straightforward, but I want to show what it does. So spawn Puffer. So Puffer, I will point out, seems to many times... Hi. To many times be around the entrance usually. So if you see one, it might be that you can get that to work out in your favor. Now, if you keep your distance from the Spore Lizard, aka friend, he will just back off. Now, if you follow him around and get too close though, I just wish I had my flashlight. See over here. Oh my god, he's in the fog. I'm gonna summon a new one. Ran too far away. I wish I had my flashlight. Spawn Puffer. Spawn. Thumper. There we go. Now, what happens if you get too close is they will spit out a kind of pink-purple fog, and that pink-purple fog is going to blind you. Now, you get a little bit of blindness over time. Let's get up to him. So, he will spit now, as you can see there, or fart. Now, as you can see here too, when you get really close, they actually do have self-defense, so they don't bite really hard, but they can kill you if you're at bad health, and they will be able to destroy you that way. In other words, what you want to try and do is keep your distance unless you have to get close, and if you have to get really close in a tight area, they can bite you, so be careful. Yeah, I feel like 20 HP is what I've seen them deal as damage. So you want to be a little bit cautious near them, but you don't have to worry about them running up to deal damage to you. Now, we also have Nutcracker. Let's do that one next. There we go. Oh. So the Nutcracker can't see you when you're standing still like this. But they can see you when they're walking around too. Now, what do you hear here? Is it Nutcracker? Bracken, go away! Stop! Stop! we got stuck in a Bracken. By the way, I have a mod to make him into Freddy Fazbear. We're gonna go back in though. I wonder where the clock went though. He did that. So many neck snappings, but the neck is too strong. And also, let's go in here to try and experience a Nutcracker. Where was the pathway though? Not here. Maybe it was this way. Hey! Oh, by the way, all monsters, any monster can come out of the vents. That was a good lesson. Thank you. The slime has been so helpful. He's showing so many things. Oh, here we go. Now, when you hear that noise, you can see that when he spins like that, he can see me. In this mode, when they walk around like this, he's wanting to be let out. He can melee you. So if you get up too close to him, he will smack you with his fist. This also counts for when you otherwise. Look! Thank you for showing this. Slime is a paid actor. So what you want to do is wait for him to show himself. And then you can smack him. Okay, I missed. So this is how you deal with him. Let's ignore the slime for this one. Let's pretend he's not there. So you basically do this. And then you run. And then you run. That was so close. So usually... Oh my god! Lucky. So usually you would want a better circumstance. I want to show a more legit. We had God mode, so that could have saved us. And you can also use a shotgun to shoot at their eye and actually destroy them that way too. But let's spawn a new one for the sake of legitness. So, oh my god, he came out of the vent. This is much better. Oh my god, hello! Go away. Wait, he's there. So as you can see here, that's how easy it is to take down a Nutcracker. 2 shots, then they reload, you can smack them twice, then another slime, and then you keep all that up. Now, to showcase a shotgun, you can also do this now. Spawn Nutcracker. When he's showing his eye, you can do this. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. So, usually it just takes 1 shot, but sometimes if you're unlucky, it takes 2. The slime died to shotgun. The slime is immortal, but good question. And sorry if I'm missing any questions, do feel free to ask. Alerts are paused, however, as we're reporting this video for YouTube. So I do apologize if I am not acknowledging some really cool stuff like you guys triggering alerts. Now, we have a few left here. We have the Springman, we have the Jester, and we have the what else do we have left? So Springman, Jester, and Girl. And for outside, we can actually go and get ourselves a mouth dog. Actually, we don't need to do that one. Spawn mouth dog. Now, as many of you already know, the dog is not going to attack you if you sneak around like this. Holy frick! But if you make noises, it will do this and go towards that area. It only goes into alert state at that point. Now, if you do a bit more, it will go into attack mode. So it has like 2 states, alert and attack. Meaning that the first noise, if you calm down, it will just go to that area. Once you have made it attack, as you will notice, it repeats the cycle over and over. So this can be a way to make the dog stick to an area for a little bit as you slowly get away from it. So in other words, if I run a little bit here, I'm fine. And then if I run a little bit more, then try to dodge. There we go. And now they should be able to hear me still, because I kept running. Oh, he actually hit me there. But basically, your goal is to try and get them to not hear you. But if you do, as you can see, you have a lot of control over the dogs, even if you happen to alert them, because they will be very aggressive on the point. You can also summon a dropship and make them attack that instead of you. So we can actually do that real quick. I want to try and make sure they don't get to the dropship. So if you ever need to save a friend from dogs, you can just order, like, let's say you buy a flashlight and then the dropship comes down. Apparently they heard me. Let's see if we can still make this happen. Here's the bike man. Ooh, but that might not come as a dropship though, does it? And with percussions, any type of noise attracts them. Oh, they can be killed, by the way. Oh, there we go. He ran away. So as you can see, it's a way to actually bring them away from your teammates. So it can be a last resort to use a dropship to lure away the dogs from you. But I would recommend with dogs is that if you have the guts to it, bring a sap gun and a shovel and try to take one down, just for fun. It's not efficient otherwise, but otherwise, like, sneak, don't use your voice, they will attract any noise. So robot toys, teeth, clappering, you have yourself, you know, talking or running. Try not to make any noise at all, unless you, as you saw there, you want to attract them to a point and make them loop around it. So that dropship is a really good tactic for actually making sure you get your people back to the dropship. And let's just do that. Now, the shotgun, we can actually do this, actually. Let's do this and make sure it's loaded. Because the Bracken can actually be killed straightforward with the shotgun, so let's showcase that too. I would recommend in solo, don't even try. Sap gun and shovel on the Bracken would be the safest. However, there is one way we could try and kill the Bracken by ourselves in the solo, but the problem is you need to make him aggressive towards you as you get into the safe spot. So that would be the big danger. Eclipse actually works out for us. Now, what we wanted to do next was we want to go for... let's go with the spring head. These are going to be more straightforward. You might have already seen this before, but there are a few tricks that people, when I stream, tend to go like, no way, you can do that? So I still want to show in case someone watching this video on YouTube doesn't know that that's the thing you can do. And in a video you watch, you can stun lock them by hitting them while they're sliding to a wall. You mean like with a shovel? I would not be surprised if that's the case. While there is a potential for us to make a part of this video a part of showing how to take down dogs and stuff, the main purpose of this video is to show how to deal with the indoor monsters and how to dodge the outdoors. Because generally that will be your best time save and how to efficiently get to deliver your loot to ship. So that whole taking down the dog thing, I want to make for a different video. Now, with that in mind, we want to summon the next thing, which will be a summon spring. There we go. No, wait. It didn't summon it. It said spring, though. Spawn spring? Why does it not spawn Coilhead, maybe? Why does it not summon it? Spawn... Wait, does it go into the other... No. Why does it not summon it? Springhead? Springman? Oh. I accidentally typed it in chat. Springman? No. No, spring was already tested. It just does this. Default body. It should say what I'm summoning. We can summon the girl, I guess. To begin with that one, see if anyone else can figure out. Because it should say exactly what we were trying to summon. Now, what you can hear is the girl wheezing. Sometimes she says hi or other noises, but the most common one is you will hear a wheeze behind you. Now, what we have observed, and this is one of more of the theory parts with strong suspicion. I don't see her at the moment. And that means that she's around me, but if I don't look at her and I just run away from her, she doesn't have time to go more aggro. I've heard this before, and I'm kind of certain it might be related to her. I don't know, actually. So when you hear the noise, running away and then trying to not look in her direction seems to not aggravate her. So you have more time with the ghost girl on your back when you do that. So sometimes you don't have an option. Like right now we see her there. If you look at her for too long or you get too close, she will become aggressive and start attacking you. When she does... Hello, come back, come back. Hello. Yo. I need to remove you. You're distracting the video. Go away. Come back. Girl, I'm busy. How much health does he have? Hello? Come back. Yo, why are you broken? Go, come on. No. Ah. Bro, come back. Who are you chasing? Oh my god, that was freaking difficult. So anyway, the ghost girl. How many hits did he need? This is actually a good area. Now, when the ghost girl hunts you, you actually do have another chance, and that is to actually try and outrun her. Now, in God mode, I do have a bit more stamina, but the same thing matters. Like, you will be able to outrun her like this, and as long as you stay away from her long enough, it doesn't get a chance to kill you. Whoa. Okay, that was a mistake. I jumped too far to the side. No freaking way. Guys, I accidentally got the girl to get stuck downstairs, so she didn't actually kill me. So apparently, as I almost fell off, she fell off. And she was stuck down there. And still tried to kill me. Now, when you manage to dodge her, usually you would have kept running, you know, you would try to dodge her. When you dodge her for long enough, as you heard, she stopped doing the wheezing. That's when she stops. And then she resets the cycle. So she will soon show up again. Oh yeah, you can fall off in God mode, but I wouldn't be able to get up. I'd have to teleport myself back, and I wanted to avoid that. And for the sake of the video, we're trying to be as legit as possible, even with God mode on, to show how to deal with it in a natural circumstance. God mode just to prevent us from having to start over to save time for the people trying to learn. So, as you can hear, she's back again. And that sounded like she was in chase stance. In any case, unfortunately, that's what you do with the girl. Even if she's being a bit wonky now afterwards, you try to not look at her too much. You try to stay away from her. And when you start noticing that she's skipping at you, drop your items and run. Try to stay as far away as possible. If you can leave the facility, try to get out and just put distance, because then she'll have to eventually stop her hunting cycle. We could try and spawn another girl. And see if she's also cooperative. There we go. Oh, there she is actually. So let's see if we can get her to hunt us until she stops, so you can see that. So, like I said, now we have extra stamina. But otherwise, you can use the environment to your benefit to try and circle around. This time we do this. So as you can see, she stopped. So a lot of people think the girl means you're screwed completely. But if you feel confident in your running capacity, ability, and the environment you're in, you have a fighting chance against the girl. She's not as, like, end of the run as it seems. So you just need to be very much on your feet and be very observant about what's around you. So there is a way to actually thwart her. Let's see if we can't actually figure out the spring man. I wonder why we can't summon that one, but we can summon the Jester. Because the Jester has this particular thing. Let's find the environment we need. Hi. I don't feel good about this. There we go. So we need to find a specific staircase type of area. Because there is a trick towards the Jester, so I figure we can show that at the same time to outrun them a little bit. Because the thing we're gonna see here that you might not know of already is that the Jester has this limiter on its speed when you're close by. So you have a little bit more of a chance if it's nearby. So we're gonna spawn in a Jester. There we go. Wait. The Jester can't be spawned either. I wonder if it's the map, if the danger level ain't high enough or something. Does anyone have any idea? It shouldn't matter. The Nutcracker shouldn't have spawned either then. Huh. So it may seem like we can't actually showcase them in this video. In that case, we might have to do another video. But they're pretty straightforward. The main thing... with a Coilhead. Let's see, try Coil. Spawn Coilhead. Nah, they don't work. So the main thing is that when a Coilhead is coming after you, you can close a door and run. Because they won't be able to follow you. And that means that you have a chance to outrun them and get away from them. If you get far enough away, they won't pursue you. However, they might still go into a vent and come somewhere nearby you to still be able to pursue you. Now, the other thing that we can't summon here, the Jester, we'll have to do another separate moment of that, it seems like, potentially. Means that we are now down to, as far as I can see, the Forest Giant, the Worm, and the Baboon Bird, and the Mast. So we can do that. So let's go out. Let's teleport back. Here we go. And the Bracken, right. We should summon our Flowerman too. Let's do that at the entrance though. Oh, the dog's already here. Okay. That's the case. What we can do, we still have 1 day. Let's do this. Go to spawn spring. Yes. So for those of you that are pointing out in chat, it's spring. Yes, I've tried spring, springman, springhead, coilhead, coil. None of them are working. Neither does Jester. So unfortunately, the mod has mislabeled the enemies so that you are able to summon, and I am unable to summon them with this mod, which is unfortunate. But we can try and do it another time. We can only spawn enemies that are active in the level. Nutcracker can be active on this level, so maybe we just need to go to a map which allows us to summon them then. So we don't have enough money for that. Is there a command to give us enough money to go to the bigger moons to summon them then? Because then we can still do that. I can't see it.
You have 0 days left to meet the profit quota. You can use the terminal to route the autopilot.
Because that one doesn't seem to have that. However, there is a mod I have that allows us to quickly change the cost of it. So we could technically do that. To really showcase that. Another option would be to load one of my other save files that does have a bit more money if I have one available right now. I can go for this one and then we just don't save it. There we go. Let's just go with this one because this one is at enough money that we can go to one of the big moons. In that case, let's go to Dine and try to spawn them there. Because Coilheads can spawn on the first map, so can Jesters. Not Jesters, necessarily, but Nutcrackers. Nutcracker was possible to summon. Let's use this. Oh, wait. Shovel and flashlight. We can do a marcher offense. This is true. We could have gone there. This works too, though. So another little tip, I'm gonna make another video for this. This is a shortcut to the facility that I discovered. Just go here, follow the pipe. Usually there's not a rock there, and then you have the entrance over here. Okay, so that's rude. You're not part of the tutorial, bro. Stop it. Although, pro tip, we can do this as a monster tip. When you have a turret like this, you can actually... Okay. Apparently it has to not see me first. There we go. You can do this. And while it's spinning around... it will never stop spinning in that type of way. So let's say I want to get that mask, but it constantly keeps zooming at that point. If I manage to get it into this state of spinning, and I'll have this cycle where as it's aiming over here, I have all the time while it spins like this to actually grab the mask, me giving you an opportunity to actually control the turret to a certain degree. Now let's see if we can actually spawn the spring. There you go. It actually worked this time. Nice. And let's also spawn Jester at the same time because... There we go, that worked. Nice, 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 nice. Then we can showcase both. I don't know where they spawn though. Jester will come to us. Where's the Coilhead though? So the Coilhead, as we were talking about, it's pretty straightforward. You won't learn too much. Other than the notion that you can close a door and it will stop. So let's try and find a door we can close. There we go. Now we just need to find them. Oh, there he is. So the way he works is he will follow you. Whenever you don't look at him, he will run towards you. Oh my god, it's fast though. And the Jester will make him stand still. The Coilhead is generally just gonna follow you around, and he seems to be faster in this mod. I don't know why, but the general premise is still there. You just look at him, he's standing still. Now if I go here to show this, why is it so fast with this mod? They're usually not this fast. Anyway, you do this. As you can see, it doesn't have a chance to actually get after me that fast. Now, the Jester, we're gonna also show here, it's gonna be slow at first, giving you a little bit of time if you're close. However, you're kinda screwed if you don't make it out, so this is ill-advised. So as you can see, I'm going away for the Coilhead and the noise. As you can see, he starts slow and speeds up as you walk around. Now, if you stay really close, he won't be able to speed up that much because he will also slow down to try and bite you. This means you can actually loop him if you're very efficient. I have yet to loop one myself, but there are clips on YouTube and as well as on Twitch if you want to see the master in fact, I'll also link it in the comments of not comments, in the description of this video, so you can see that in effect. The only reason I don't say their name right now, because I'm also not showing here, is because someone asked permission first to do so, because I feel like you should do that in content creation. Many of you probably already know who I'm referring to, but if they give permission, I'll put their link in the description of this video. Now, that means that the Jester, if you have them in a situation like that, can be started slow, because if you all are really far away, he'll instantly start running towards you. So if you leave one close by, you give the other ones a little bit of a chance if you want to sacrifice a player, as they keep the Jester slow to begin with and try to stay alive as long as you can. So that can be a way to save yourself some valuable seconds. Beyond that, the Coilhead, like you saw, pretty straightforward. It will follow you. Unfortunately, the mod we are using breaks it. It's faster this way, but otherwise you have lots of time to just look at it, and you want to try and find a door, close, and run. The door will slow it down immensely. Beyond that, we also have the Bracken and the Giants and stuff. But for that, we're going to go back to the other save file, because now we got to see those two. So let's go back over here. Actually, we can start a new day here now, as we did that anyway. Hear about the Jester's birthday? It was yesterday. Oh. Bad pun, Tiberius. So let's just get another part of this. Because now what we mainly have left
Welcome to your first day on the
is
job.
the Bracken,
This is your very own
Giant
pilot
worm.
ship, where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your contract.
The big skull thing? Yup. That's what the Jester looks like when they go boom.
Make yourself at home to complete the onboarding
There we go.
process.
So the Bracken can be taken down with a shotgun. Unfortunately, now I don't have the shotgun. I guess I should have saved the save file. But we can just summon a Nutcracker and take him down and show how a Bracken can be taken down with a shotgun. Generally, the Bracken is more about spin around, make sure the Bracken is not coming to snap your neck. As you saw earlier in the video, he did snap my neck. But generally, the way to dodge him is be constantly observant around you about where he might come from. He might also come from a vent, meaning that he could come right next to you if you're standing in a dead end, but there's a vent there, and that can still kill you. The general guideline is also, if that's Bracken, don't look directly at him, look more like this. Like, looking directly at him has different results, but there's the strongest theory. Let's actually do this and the music goes away. You cannot fight the Jester, by the way. You cannot fight the Coilhead. You cannot fight the slime. You cannot fight the giants, and you cannot fight the worm. And you cannot fight the girl, but you can dodge them. So, in any case, if that's the Bracken instead, if this is the Bracken, you're not the Bracken. If this is the Bracken, looking at him directly seems to have random results of him getting aggro and actually turning like aggressive and running towards you. Is this random though versus actually like a thing? Yes, hello. That will happen all the time. So my recommendation is to avoid that. Don't look directly at him. Look slightly towards him instead. That seems to make it less risky he does that. My theory is that it means that there is a code that has a random chance of going aggro at you, but it could take minutes before it actually triggers. And sometimes it doesn't trigger at all, and sometimes it triggers very fast. It could also be a bug that when he feels cornered, that's the way he works. He's supposed to get into a corner, go aggro, and run towards you. Maybe he bugs and thinks he's cornered, even though he isn't. So if he's in an area like this and you are following him around because you're pushing him back, and there's, let's say that door is also a wall, this would mean he would aggro. And that is a place where you can actually run away from him. So let's actually, now that we have talked about all that, spawn him and see if we can find him. So basically your goal is to just not make him aggro. If you do though, it's not the end of the world. Hello, Yippee. There he is. So as you can see here, I'm not looking directly at him, but now he suddenly stopped and might even go aggro if you're unlucky. Let's follow him. So when you aggro him, he won't just instantly kill you. As you can see here, I got too close. Cornered. But if you run fast enough, he won't be able to take you down. Flowerman is his name in the game code, yes, by the way, and the lore. Bracken is just another name for him, and that's what he scans as. This is also a mod I'm using to make him turn into Freddy Fazbear, by the way. So you can destroy him with a shovel. And if we had a shotgun, we could actually take him down. You see that? You see that? I was just looking at him, and now he actually got aggro. But put enough distance and you're fine again. So we even got an example of it. I was just looking. He had lots of area to still move, and he's still aggroed. Even though he was like right there in the middle of the room. Now, he was in the corner, and this makes more sense. Now he feels cornered. Now, let's see if we can spawn a Nutcracker real quick and actually take him down with a shotgun just to show that it's quite doable and straightforward. Nutcracker, hello? Hi. Thank you. There he is. So, usually it takes about one shot. And he dies. So if you're unlucky, you need 2 shots, but you can take down the Bracken with a shotgun, so it's a very powerful way to get rid of him. There are people saying that there can only be 1 Bracken per map. I have yet to be able to confirm this, but there might be a possibility that if you take him down, he won't exist, or it will take a long time before he respawns again, making it, in the very least, seem like he only has 1. Is there anything that we have left now to actually do inside? We got the Bracken, we got the Spring, we got the Crawler, we got the Hoarding Bug, we got the Jester, we got the Puffer, we got the Nutcracker, we got the Bunker Spider, we got the Girl, we got the Centipede. Let's just check what Lasso is if we can actually do this. Spawn Lasso on this map. No, it's too much of a big map thing apparently. But then we can go to the next thing, which is the worm. It's already really dark outside for some reason. The sun is still up. Let's start a new day so we have better vision. Mimic, that's also one. Yes, the masked one is also outside. So we're gonna summon a masked one. And generally what you want to do is just run. Don't fight them because they have a really easy way of taking you down. I am gonna fight one to show it's doable, and hopefully we succeed. But the thing is, when it reaches out its arms, it sometimes yeets itself at you and you get killed. So you kind of want to like kite it, like hit and run, hit and run. Oh, lasso is disabled in vanilla. Some mods enable him. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go down here again. This is a good map to summon him on. I wonder how easily we'll see him, because he's supposed to be an outside monster, which actually confuses me. What happened with the... Hello? I teleported out and now daylight is broken. Let's just do this. This probably fixes it the fastest. In that case, we can begin with the worm as it starts up. And the items are coming down. So, another worm sample. Let's see here. Bro, shovel.
Welcome to your first day on the job.
Hello,
This is your
by the way.
very own auto
Anyone knowing me? We're doing a YouTube video, so I'll
and
get back to you
the
guys.
duration of your contract.
So we're teaching how the different enemies work, and let's see here. It's Earth Leviathan. Can we just do spawn Earth? No. Wait, no. Spawn Earth Leviathan. No. Is it just the map itself? Because we had a worm here earlier on this moon. Maybe this one is just bad at it. Well, in that case, we can summon a masked one instead. You did see a worm anyway and how to dodge it earlier, so you did get a sample of that if we can summon it. Let's see here. Spawn masked. No. Maybe it's too small of a moon. Maybe it doesn't like that. In that case, let's try this again. Let's go to this save file and see if it actually wants to work here then instead. Spawn Earth, moon from Earth's mask comes crashing in. Oh my goodness. Let's go to, was it Dine? Yeah, Dine. The weather is best there. So let's begin with the mask and the worm if we can. Spawn masked. No, we can't seem to do that. Spawn Leviathan. There we go, Earth Leviathan was spawned at least. So let's go and try and find it. So generally what you want to do is have low weight. You might notice my shovel is weighing less. But I'm going to keep it in for the sake of the... and that's a mod, by the way. For the sake of the masked one we're going to fight. I'm trying to find the worm. Huh. Let's try masked again. On mimic. On masked. Mask maybe? Maybe we won't be able to showcase them then. Where's the worm? I knocked over the hat, indeed. Hello, worm. We're trying to make a video here. Cooperate, please. Hello? There we go. So what you want to see is those dirt particles to be able to actually dodge it. But however, it's completely random if it's coming from in front of you, sideways, or slightly sideways behind you, and it's hard to tell on the audio alone which side it's coming from. which makes him incredibly hard to dodge, because if he's coming in front of you, you want to run this way. If he's coming from the side, you kind of want to run that way. And if he's coming from slightly behind you, you want to keep running that way. So it can be really hard to tell which way he's actually coming from. Also, the change I'd like to see is that the particles of the Earth is already there, no matter where it is, not just when it tries to come out. So, as you can see there, I actually managed to dodge that one, just barely. Whoop. And that one I didn't dodge. There's so many of them. But basically, this is the method you need to use for these. You can't really do anything else against them. You just basically do that. You keep hoping that you run in the right direction and manage to outdo them. If you're carrying items, when you hear the noise of a worm, you might want to drop them and be prepared. Once it has jumped up, it won't be able to attack for a while longer, giving you a little bit of a window to breathe as you keep walking. So unfortunately, we can't seem to summon the mimic. That's called the mast here. We can summon a baboon bird, but for that we can go to I feel like we can go to offense maybe for that one, and I think that would then wrap up with forest giant. So we can actually go to March and try and do a baboon bird. Well, let's go to the other save file for that one. Over here, that one. So let's go here, and then we have what we need for this. Let's see, March is flooded, but that's okay. It doesn't matter for this circumstance. Hopefully we can at least still spawn enemies then.
Welcome
For this we don't need shovel. Technically you can beat down a baboon bird,
where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your time.
but the baboon bird is not really worth killing.
To complete the onboarding process.
So we're gonna stand over here, and then we're gonna see if we can spawn one. Or the Baboon Hawk, as they're actually called. There we go. So let's make sure we have one. So the general goal is to look at them and keep them at a bit of a distance. They can still attack if you get a bit too close, and they can steal your items. But generally you want to do this, because as you can see, he will try to keep his distance. Now if I look away from him, he will generally try to sneak up on me. You get a little bit closer. Now, they're also super tanky, so if you do try to kill them, they require a lot of hits to take down. They also change when there's multiple of them. So let's see if we can actually spawn another one and see how that goes. Because they're supposed to become more aggressive when there's more of them. That's how the AI is supposed to work. I have had two just circle around me at some points, but it could be that this one doesn't. So I can't see the other one. But generally, this is the Baboon Hawk, and there's not much to say about them. They will circle around the area, trying to make sure they don't steal your items, because they can actually pick them up. I've had it happen once myself, and I don't feel like we need to showcase that in particular, because this main thing about this video is how do you dodge getting killed by them, how do you avoid them, how do you not get in an unfortunate situation. And let's do the last one now, which is the giant. What was the name for that? It is Forest Giants. So spawn Forest Giant. There we go. And what you generally want to do with that, when you see one, is keep your distance. Ah, bees! I suppose bonus thing is... Where is he? So they can't reach you. Let's begin with them, actually. They can't reach you when you're under the ship. And when you're far enough, they won't see you. Now, the problem with the Forest Giants is that they don't really have a weakness. Your best bet is to do this and keep your distance and stay hidden. Because once they start chasing you, you have to get into a safe place, and you don't have a lot of them. So, I have under stamina because of God mode, but basically, there is a possibility that they have not seen you because they look more straight in front of themselves. So if they look to the side, they don't see you that easily. So you do have a pretty good circumstance with that. But as you can see, like, even if I try to lose this line of sight, it's not that easy to lose them. You can keep running forever, and then this happens. So you don't really have a lot of opportunity. to do much other than run and avoid, and if you get eaten, you get eaten. They have no good weakness, and they need a counter, like hiding in a bush or something would be a really nice touch, because this is them. You have no natural counter to giants except for hiding under stuff, and you can't do that all the time. Now, let's just go and take a last bonus thing. If you ever want to take a beehive in solo, all you do is this. You may take a little bit of damage doing that, usually you won't, but this is how you would do it in solo. You pull the ship lever, you wait for the bees to leave, you pick it up, you bring it in the ship, and if you only have one, hold it until it says collected, and now you have a beehive. So it is possible to take them in solo. So I do apologize if the video was a bit chaotic. I'm not much of a YouTuber. I'm more of a Twitch streamer. And thusly, I hope this video may have helped. And I'll try to make sure we have some markers underneath that says kind of when the different monsters are being handled and tested. But I hope this gave you an idea of how you can counter a Nutcracker, how to take them down, how to deal with the Thumper, how to deal with loot bugs, how to attack them, how to deal with spiders, so you have a little bit more of an idea of how to defend yourself against these monsters or simply outrun them. You cannot hide on the railing from any other monster than the slime, and generally if you have a shotgun you can also shoot them, but I would recommend saving the shotgun for the Bracken as well as other Nutcrackers if you happen to get one. So good luck taking down any of these enemies, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comment section or come by our Twitch stream and ask directly. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and hopefully maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye YouTube. Bye.